Hello students, I am Dr. Sanjeev Punia. In last lecture of computer graphics, we discussed about the clipping, that what is a clipping and what are the different types in which clipping can be performed. In this unit, we discuss about the viewing of an object, then all type of projections, and in last lecture we complete clipping of a point. In this we will discuss about line clipping. In the last lecture we discussed that what is a clipping. So clipping is a process to determine that which element of a window we have to show and which we do not have to show, means which we have to clip or which we do not want to clip. These are different applications of the clipping, and based on the time, this is of three types, that is analytical clipping, in which the clipping is performed before the stamp conversion. Second is scissoring. In this, clipping is performed during the stamp conversion. And third one is raster clipping. In this, clipping is performed after the stamp conversion, and that's used most of the time. Again, we discuss type of clipping, and here we discuss that we have to study only point clipping and line clipping. In point clipping, we discuss that we have to find the x coordinate and y coordinate of a point, and if the x coordinate of the point lies between xw min and Wx max in x direction and Wy min to Wy max in y direction, it means the point is inside the window like P1, P5 and P9. So there is no need to clip these points when the when this condition is not going to be satisfied. In that case, we have to clip the point. So this was about the point clipping we discussed in last lecture. So let's start line clipping in today. So as we discussed in first unit, then at that time we see that a line is a collection of continuous pixels. Suppose this is a pixel, this is another pixel, this is another pixel, this is another pixel, this is another pixel. So a line is a collection of continuous pixels. So whatever we were performing on a pixel, the same thing we have to perform on all the pixels. But as this is an advanced technique of point clipping, so this is little bit different. But as you can see over here, that this is our window, where the size of our window is, or the x coordinate of this is x min and x max, whereas y coordinates are y min and y max. So if any point is inside this, then it is within the window, otherwise it is outside the window. So you can see over here that this is one line, this is second line, this is third line, this is fourth line. So when we are saying clipping of lines means it will depend that what is the position of a line. So when we want to discuss about the position of a line in a window, then there can be three possibilities. First, all the lines can be inside the window. As you can see over here that this is our window and there are two lines, 1 and 2. There are two lines and these two lines are completely inside the window, so there is no need to clip. When both endpoints are inside the window, then there is no need to clip. Second case can be when the lines are completely outside. You can see over here this, especially for this line, especially for this line. So this line is completely outside, so we have to click this line, but there is some different procedure to find that the line is completely outside, inside, or partially. And second case, when one point is outside the window and second point is inside the window, in that case we have to clip it partially from here to here, means we have to clip this part of the line. So when one end point is inside and second is outside, in that case we must have to clip. But when both the endpoints are outside, then it's not necessary that we have to clip or not. As you can see over here, this is a line where both the endpoints are outside the window, and this is another line where both the points are outside the window, but in this case we also have to clip as there is some part of this line is inside the window. So when this is the condition, in that case we have to find out that the line is passing through the window or not. So there are three different possibilities for this. So to study this, we have to understand the Cohen-Sutherland line clipping, or this can be performed by a algo, that is Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algo. This is a very efficient line clipping approach and it is vastly used because it reduced the number of intersections of lines with the plane. As you can see in the last diagram, in this there are one intersection, in this there is another intersection, in this there is another intersection. Over here there are two intersections of the same line. There are two intersections of the same line. So in this case, when we have to use the Sutherland line clipping algorithm, in that case it reduces the number of intersections. It is driven by Dr. E1 is Sutherland. This is the region. It is called Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. In this first and most important part is to assign the code. To assign the code. There is a standard procedure to assign the code of different part of the window. As we divide the window in these 9 different parts, where the coordinate of the window is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, means it represents the code for this window. It represents the code for this window, and code of window or a part or a region is going to represent by 4 bits. Is going to represent by 4 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. So over here, these are going to represent by 4 bits, where first bit I am using for left, second for the right, third for the below, and fourth for the above. We have to take the reference of this window. We have to take the reference of this window, and with reference of this window, we have to find out the region code for each and every region. If we are want to find the code of this region, in that case we have to check that it is above the window, left the window, down the window, or right the window. Wherever it is, or where the conditions is true, in that case we will write that bit 1, otherwise the bit is 0. You can see this from here, that when I want to try to find out the coordinate of the region code of this one, region code of this. So in this form, by using the region code legend, that is above, below, right, and left. So if we compare this region from the window region, then this region is in the left. This region is in the left, means left bit is 1. Is this region is in the right of the window? No, because this region is in the left, so it cannot be in the right. So this is 0. Is this region above the window? No. So this is not above the window, and this is also not below the window. So the region code for this is 0001. Now I will try to find out the region code for this, as this region is in the right. This region is in the right. So again we have to write in form of above, below, above, below, left, right, and left. So in this case we can see over here that this is not above. This region is not above the window, so this is 0. This is below the window region. Yes, so B is 1. This is right. Yes, this is in the right of the window, but this is not in the left of the window. So this is 0, 1, 1, 0. So by using this way, we can find out the values of different regions. And in Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algo, we have to divide the plane in 9 different regions, where in the center there is a window or there is a plane where we have to draw the object or image. So this is the basic concept, and this is really very important because if we are not able to assign the code properly or there is some mistake to assign the region code, then our complete question will be wrong. There is one another way in this, that we can check this by using the values of w max minus y. So when we have to check the this bit, that is 3 bit, means it is above or not, then we will subtract the y value. We will subtract the y value, this the region, this value. Suppose I want to consider for this region, then I have to subtract this value from this one, and if this is less than 0, then in that case this is 1, means it is above. In the same way we can find out that this is above, below, right and left. One more thing, it is not necessary that we have to take this in this format, means in the first we have to take above, in second we have to take below, in third right and in fourth left. It's not a predefined. We can also write left, right, above and below. But the case is this, that whatever the concept or whatever the format we are assuming, the same format we have to use for all the regions. So now we will see that how we can assign the codes to the lines. So these are different lines. This P3, P4 is one line, P5, P6 is another line. These are different lines, and this is our window. This is our window. So in this case, first of all, we have to find out the endpoint coordinate or the region coordinates of the line. We know the value of Ws min and Ws max. Same, we know the value of Wy min as well as Wy max. So based on these two, by using the code, that is, this is right, right, left, and in this side, this is above, means we are using the same code, that is above, below, right and left. This is above, below, right and left. Based on this coding, we have to find out the region code of these endpoints. So when we want to find out the region code for this, then in that case we have to check that this point is in the left, right, above or below region. Is this above the window? Our window is this. So when we are comparing this with our window, then this is not above the window size. So the value of above coordinate is 0. And when we are comparing this with the window for the below, then this is also not below from the window. So B coordinate value, that is below coordinate value, will also be 0. As you can see from here that this is in the right from the window, so right coordinate will be 1. And as we will compare P12 from the window, then it is not in the left as it is in the right. So the bit value of left will also be 0. So this is the region code of P12, that is 0010. In the same way, when we want to find out the region code of P3, then first of all we have to check that is it above the window. When we are considering P3, then P3 is not above the window. So above coordinate, that is A is equals to 0. The bit value of A is 0 in this case. When we compare this with window, then it is also not below. So below coordinate, that is value of B bit will also be 0. When we compare this for the left and the right, after comparing, we can see that the position of this point is in the left from the window. So the bit, the left bit will be equals to 1 only and right bit will be 0. So in this case, the region value of point P3 is 0001. From here we saw that how we can find out the region values of different endpoints. In case of line P13 and P14, now I will try to find out the region code of point P13. So in the same format, in the same region format, first I will check that is it above the window. When I am comparing this point for the above, then it is not above the window. So the coordinate of A, that is above coordinate, will be 0. Is it below? Yes, it is below the window. So this will be 1. So now we have to check for the right coordinate or the right position. Then P13 is also not in the right, so it will also be 0. And when we will check it for the left, then it is in the left, so it will be 1. So by using these comparing from the window, we can find out the region code of different endpoints of the line. In the same way, suppose I want to find out the region code of P4, this endpoint of the line P3 and P4. Then first I will check for the above, then below, after that right, and in the last I will check that is it in the left. So when I am comparing T4 from the window, then this point is above the window, so this bit will be 1. This bit will be 1. For B is when we are checking that is it blow from the window. No, it is not blow from the window, because either it can be above or it can be below. So below is 0, and right and left both are also 0, means this is not in the right and in the left also, because this lies inside wx min and wx max. So this is the way to find out that how we can assign the regions to the different endpoints of the line. So this is really very most important point, because if it is not clear to us and we are assigning wrong region code to any line points, then our question will be wrong. So in this we will discuss about the coordinate assign. This Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm takes two phases or completes in two phases. So we will discuss about each and every phase in the next lecture. So first, for our first motto was to assign the region codes for different lines. So thank you.